Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Robocraft, and in this episode we're going to be looking one more time at the Frost Giant as I'm getting some more cash here, RP, to put this guy up live on the CRF and let you guys have a chance to play him. We had a problem a little while ago with hovers and walker legs working at the same time, but that has since been fixed, and now this thing is working like a charm, and something that I'd recommend to you guys if you like playing walkers and you want to play something with the fully functioning parts like this guy. As you guys might have known, on the Frost Giant video I put out last for Robocraft, there was a drawing to give away one of the Humble Bundle packs, and I did have a winner. It was TheCoolTable, but TheCoolTable was really cool and said that I already have 2 Humble Bundles. Why don't you go ahead and re-roll and give it to someone else? So I went ahead and did that by his request, and the new winner is Tomer, I'm not sure how to say that, but I went ahead and notified you in that video, so if you'll just give me your information for Steam, I can go and get you that pack over there. So definitely check that out. In this video, I'm just going to be playing this battle out, and we'll go ahead and read some of the notes and stuff too for the upcoming changes in Phase 2. We got a little bit of information this last Friday on those new components, and they are the module to let you be able to switch weapons, the module to be able to blink or teleport, and then the module for a shield projector, real similar to the Bretonium shields we have now on our cores if you're playing Battle Arena mode. So it's definitely going to change the game up. It's going to make it really interesting, and I'm going to kind of reserve my judgment until things come out on it, but I'm optimistic, and I think it should add at least to the interest level of Robocraft. So definitely looking forward to it. So anyway, if you like mechs and you want to play a really great mech, I say definitely try out the Frost Giant. It's my favorite mech I've built so far, and one that I know you guys will be definitely happy with too. But let's go ahead and get started reading over the new changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read through all the notes here, and then we will talk a little bit more in depth about what each of these things mean. So it says for the headline, the universe is changing. Factions act on their own best interest. Keep up with the news to see the fate of our futures. So a little bit about that headline. I was thinking about the mention of factions could also have something to do with the talk about clans maybe being added to the game, or being able to choose your own teams. So I'm hoping that we see something like that in the release. Of course, this is a little bit of speculation, but there might be some reason to think that we are going to get to build clans here soon, so that's kind of cool. The first part of the article, it just talks, this is all lore by the way for Robocraft, something that I think is kind of cornball, but I'm going to go and read it all through anyway. So it says, you blink, you die, as the headline. It says, as the E-14 prepares for its largest assault on the CF Alliance strongholds next week, RoboNews aims to set your expectations for victory by bringing you news of several pieces of new tactical gadgetry that are sure to guarantee combat success. Mr. O'Connor has had his new head of module manufacturing, H. McClellan, in Double Crunch, time to ensure that enough units of the new tactical modules are issued to pilots ahead of the encounter. The Blink module is incredible. Upon activation, the entire robot hyperjumps to a point at the end of the pilot's target reticule. In training exercises, foil pilots have used the Blink for rapid takeoff. Rail walkers have used it for instant purchase on top of I think they meant perching. Instant perching on top of tall cliffs. Scouts have used it to recon and then get instantly to cover. And probably the most inventive thing they've seen for Blink is for a mech jump, and then to use it to double jump or to get instantly in someone's face. At the end there, I'm kind of paraphrasing. So basically, this new Blink is just going to let your vehicle hyper jump, basically. I'm not sure if it's like going to be a teleportation, or if you're going to be at a random paced, very rapid paced movement, or it's really hard to hit you anyway. It does make a difference though, because if some SMG is firing along the trajectory of your path and you're not like teleporting, those shots should hit you. And so it'd be interesting to see if they do it as just a quick like movement, like the Flash, or if you actually disappear and then reappear in another spot. And so that's pretty interesting. So the next part says the fusion discs will save lives. That's the headline for this. It says Macmillan's new disc shield module is poised to become the support module of choice. When activated, the DSM creates a small fusion shield in the shape of a disc at the location of the pilot's target reticule. Like a huge dome fusion shield protecting our plutonium reactors, enemy shots cannot penetrate, while allies' ones can pass through unhindered. This new support ability has proven to be the deciding factor in training by allowing units to cover the ground to close the distance in long-range encounters behind this new dynamic form of cover. So now they're going to be able to have like shielding bots and stuff where you can give some of your allies cover, and I'm sure it's going to use the power from your robot to do it, and so you probably only have it up for a certain amount of time before your shield will collapse, and then you'll have to recharge. A little bit more about that too in the next article. It says, unified power consumption is the key. After tripling and banging his head on the side of a fecal extractor, I guess that's a toilet, Mr. O'Connor has had his first vision of the universal power unit. His vision led to a device that allows the protonium power in each robot to be diverted to be used by different tactical gadgetry at different times. The UPU's development and integration into all E14 robots has allowed the introduction of weapons and modules that share the central pool of power. Depleting the power resource with one weapon will prevent a module from activating, and vice versa, but careful management of the resource can ensure that a pilot has full use of multiple strategic gadgets and weapon combos at all times. So you have this, basically what they're saying is you have this central power for your robot now that you're going to be able to power all of your weapons, all of your gadgets off of, and you can switch whenever you want to, but if you're depleted your power, you can't like instantly go and start firing off your secondary guns. So if you have sniper rifles and you have SMGs, you know, and you've used your rounds up on your sniper rifles, you're not going to be able to start using your SMGs until you get some of that power back to go ahead and start firing your shots. Alright, so that kind of is the main headlines of the first little part of the article for E14 news. It does say here in the insider sticker on this, it says Insider Ground and Flyers both enjoying the DSM's umbrella tactic. Why? Well, I mean, yeah, you can set up the shields any way you want to, so it'll definitely protect to land and air vehicles. Definitely not hard to figure out why. Let's see here. Fork Tech breaking news. There's a little another blurb, small on the E14 sheet. Says Jimmy Jam Factory has recalled all units of its Tingle Max flavor of Slip Slop soap spread after receiving several reports of elderly customers spontaneously combusting after eating the spread while sunbathing in the Utopian Planet holiday spot on Mars. Okay, I'm not really sure if that had anything to do with anything. It's just kind of a little thing I threw in the bottom of the newsletter. All right, let's go on to the second newsletter that was also released in the same news flash. This one is the Daily Robot, which I guess is supposedly the other faction in Robocraft. So it says here, maximum loadout. The CF system designer Levskisko, or whatever his name is, was tweaked by the UPU, originally designed by E14 to combine primary weapons with modules. To allow multiple sets of primary weapons to exist on the same robot, the new Loadout Robot mod allows up to 5 different types of primary weapons and or modules to exist on a single robot. When each weapon or module class is assigned the loadout activator, the pilot has full choice to tactically switch instantly during battle encounters. Lord Adsoy is promising maximum loadout during the upcoming onslaught planned on the E14 forces next week. So basically, you can have up to 5 different kinds of weapons on any robot. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you wanted to have like one of every weapon, well, you can do that now. Of course, there's advantages and disadvantages to using all your CPU and spreading your bot so thin, but I can definitely see the advantage of having like one missile launcher and then some other type of weapon, or one anti-air gun and some other type of weapon, as long as you don't spread yourself too thin. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a nice change. Let's see here. On the next part, it says the next article is called Weapon Hacks. It says Emperor Fanelli's reliance on the skills of a hacking group, DDSH. Not sure what that stands for. and in particular on the skills of H. D. Bleaky and Miney, famous for his love of the sound of white noise, seems to be paying dividends for the CF. Their recent rework of E14 standard issued weaponry by making use of the E14 UPU technology has allowed significant technical advances. The modified laser power is now encapsulated in a new, small, extremely high-velocity projectiles, and although more skills required to lead enemy combatants, the projectiles deliver a new level of punch when you make contact. So I'll stop right there for a second. To me, that means that the new SMGs are going to be ones that are not hit scan, so you have to lead your shots now, which is good, I think, as far as just skill for the game. However, when you do hit, they're going to be more impactful, and they say have more punch, so I'm thinking that's probably going to knock the enemy back or disrupt them somehow. So it'll be interesting to see that. Anyway, let me continue here with the article now. The modded plasma launcher allows its gunner to control the number of projectiles released and the rate of power consumption enabled control with alpha strike versus more consistent delivery of damage over time. The tweaked rail cannon's ultra-fast projectiles now deliver extra penetrative destruction, whilst the pulse effect nano disruptors allow for increased range and faster delivery of healing and damage rates, with the downside of faster power consumption and as more nanos are added to its build. Alright, so they've kind of reworked all the weapons, not just the SMGs, but you're going to be able to dictate how much power you put out of your plasma launchers. Sounds like the railguns are going to be faster and also more deadly. And then nanos are going to be long range and be able to be more effective at dealing damage and healing. So probably good again as far as having healers out on the battlefield. They'll be valued again for sure. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave the notes at. I've pretty much read through everything now. So definitely lots of stuff to be excited about. Definitely going to change the dynamics of Robocraft, and be interesting to see how the new Blink module, Shield modules come into play and how useful they are or not. And like to see how the balancing of weapons is done too. Hopefully they'll also balance out the electroplates too, as I think they already need some love on that. But one thing at a time, right? So anyway, I'm here on the Gramblur account, just getting those extra RPs so I can post this up. Just a reminder, this bot, the Frost Giant, will be up on the CRF as soon as this video is posted. But thank you very much for being here. If you're new here to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. And if you're a regular, leave a comment. Love to hear what you guys are up to. And let me know also if you have any requests for a type of vehicle that you might like to see in the future, as I'll be taking those. Definitely come back for some more Robocrafts, reassembly, and scrap mechanic. Probably going to be taking a break on doing the series for Fallout 4. I might do one more episode, and then we'll call it good for a little bit. But thanks so much for joining me here on Gamer Guide channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys real soon here again for some more Robocraft videos too. All right, take care, guys. See you in the next one.